So Paul says in his letter that if Christ is not resurrected, our faith is in vain. So the core claim about the gospel is that Christ is resurrected, and that is a truth that you can investigate. You can look into it, you can disprove it, and when we look at the evidences for resurrection through Scripture, right? So now that puts us into, okay, how can we trust the Scripture? And there are so many different reasons why we can trust Scripture. And I think, during this series, we'll talk about why Scripture is reliable and so on and so forth. So yes, so we can know that the resurrection happened. We know that Jesus existed. We know that he was crucified. Those are all very reliable historical truths that we can either verify or we can say this is not true. And if it's not true, then Christian faith is not true. But the claim is that we have traditions that have preserved this truth, and we can investigate the documents in the preservation. So that's one method of knowing that. The other way to know is the effect that it has produced. So if we look at the Christian tradition, it started as a small Jewish sect in what would be current-day Palestine, and look at the world that is around us that Christianity has produced. Right, so a lot of our understandings of human rights, a lot of our understandings of the human dignity has basically radicalized how we view the world. Right, the amount of respect and dignity that has been restored to women in general. Right, because in the world that Jesus lived in, women were treated as second-class citizens. And so, but to us living 2,000 years after Christ, it seems very normal and very understandable to say that women are just as equal in dignity as men are. Right, but this is not a truth that was taken to be very obvious in the ancient world or even in the Indian culture. Right, we see this all the time, like the way that in Indian culture, how infanticide of women used to be taken very as something normal. So the truth of the gospel is evident from the way that it has changed the world. Right, it has changed how we view the world, how we view other humans, so on and so forth. So I would say those are two things: investigate the gospels, investigate the truth claims that Christianity makes. Even with the talk that I gave today, what seems to us as more probable? Do we see humans acting out as if they're gods, or do we see humans as sinful people who commit murder, rape, so on and so forth? Right? We see this all around us. We see how there is little respect for other human beings. Right? It clearly seems to me, at least, that the claim of Christianity that creation is fallen, that we are sinful, seems to be more true than saying that we are gods who are just under an illusion that we have our ego and subjectivity, so on and so forth. And look at all the change, the moral change that Christianity has produced in the world. All of this suggests that there must be some truth to the claims of Christianity.